let's jump into some fan questions. I got so many.
Sure. Not at all. So my work actually loves that I was on Too Hot to Handle. In their office, they've printed out the cast photo. They're super supportive of that, and it's like they know I'm a good person and I was going to be a good person on the show, and I haven't done anything to, you know, affect myself as a profession. And the reason I went on it was to show you can be sexy and do fun things and still be a serious lawyer. So I'd be disappointed if anyone did differently, and if they did, I'd say this is exactly why I went on a show like this. So for the first week, me and Kayla were glued to each other. We were so close. She's so sweet. And then after she left, me and Emily became like incredibly close. So I'd say she's my best friend now. Like, I am obsessed with Emily. She's my ride or die. She is like the most unreal person. Like, if I was to get married, she'd be a bridesmaid. The best thing is just the experience. Like, when else in your life are you put on this beautiful villa with beautiful people, like having fun and getting to know each other? The worst thing is probably like the aftermath. Like, I've been super disappointed. Like, obviously trolling and hate is normal, but I've been pretty gutted with like cast members talking bad about other cast members and things like that, because like being a girl and like putting yourself out there like this is so hard, and I just like want us to have each other's back. So yeah, I was like super disappointed when I listened to some interviews and heard some like not nice things said about me. So I think it's good. It's helped me a lot with my job. Like I said, my work are so happy with me being on it, and I think it's probably because I was so well behaved. I was just like the perfect little lawyer. Like, it's been really good for my career, but yeah, I think if I could do it all again, I'd just have more fun with it. I got a message on Instagram, and it's quite funny because I was like, is this just some random guy? Like, it was just a boy's account. He was quite cute too. Unfortunately, he was gay, but he was very cute. I always said, like, when I'd see him around the villa, I was like, oh, if you weren't gay, I would just couple up with you, like, screw all these other boys. And he messaged me on Instagram, and then I just had like a phone call with him, and it was really hilarious because in my first phone call where they asked me questions, I was actually, I was seeing this guy, and I'd gone outside and sat in my car to take my call. And he had like, obviously I had my phone on speaker, so he could hear a guy talking, and he came out and he was like, I've been cooking you dinner for an hour and you're on the phone to some other boy, and smashed the dinner all across the thing, like packed a tantrum. Obviously I didn't see him again, but it was hilarious because I was like, this is the drama I need. My favourite unhinged moment would be, there's two, and both of them involve Emily because we were just like such dorks. There was one when Christina came, and she was out having a swim and the boys were all talking about her. So me and Emily literally got down on our hands and knees. We put like dark clothing on, hands on our knees. We were crawling, hiding behind bushes, like stalking and listening to them like super spies. It was hilarious. And then the other moment would probably be me and Emily. There was like this snack box in the kitchen, just full of like cookies and chippies and like everything delicious. And we weren't allowed to take snacks out of the kitchen, but we were only allowed in the kitchen in like certain times. So we got our hoodies on, we filled the hoodies with all these snacks, and we went into the shower together, had a shower together, and we're just like in the shower eating snacks together. And I was like, that is beautiful. What a moment. I was seeing someone, and like we actually went serious real quick. Like, I lived with him, but we've just recently broken up. So that's like, lockdown has been the worst thing, because you know when you're like fresh out of a breakup and you're like, just want to be distracted, go on dates, move on, and it's like, yeah, okay, I'm stuck here, I cannot leave the house. Yeah, so I think what happened is when I left the villa, I went into, because in New Zealand, if you fly from overseas, you have to go into one of their government managed facilities, which is basically a hotel that they've got military there to make sure you don't leave. And you do that for 2 weeks, and you have to make sure you don't have COVID, and then you're allowed out. So I was quarantined for 2 weeks, and I came back, and bless him, he sent me like because I knew him before I went on the show, but it was just like nothing serious. And he was like, oh, I thought you might want this, and sent me like there's a note, and he'd sent me like a vibrator and flowers, and I was just like, oh my God, dream boy. And then I just realized, like, I also think being on the show and being around other guys, I was just like, oh, I need to give this guy a chance. Like, he is so good to me and so good for me, and like just such a great guy. So I think like being on the show, it showed me kind of like what I want, and I was like, screw it, I might as well just like get in a relationship. There's nothing wrong with it. So it 100% helped me. I like a bit of both. So like I love attention, but I do like to have my own time. And like, obviously with my job, I cannot be in spotlight all the time. It just doesn't work for me. So definitely a bit of both, like, yeah, a bit of spotlight for a bit and then a step back and relax.